Graduation is an annual rite of passage for high school seniors, an opportunity to celebrate 13 years worth of friendships, hard work, and amazing academic accomplishments. It pains us that due to COVID-19, the class of 2020 will not have the traditional graduation ceremony, full of pomp and circumstance that our seniors deserve. Today, we celebrate the class of 2020 with this official virtual graduation, which follows the personal awarding of diplomas to students during small family ceremonies at schools the past 2 weeks. Born while a nation was grieving 9/11 and graduating under the cloud of an international pandemic, the lessons learned and the skills strengthened during the past 18 years will make the class of 2020 stronger, able to tackle and overcome any challenges that lie ahead, and ready to lead us into the future. We are excited that you have joined us today as Chesterfield County Public Schools celebrates and honors the class of 2020.
Good morning, Midlothian members of the class of 2020, faculty, families, and friends. My name is Sean Abel. I am the very proud principal here at Midlothian High School. Welcome to the 2020 commencement exercises for Midlothian High School. Normally at this time, we ask that everyone silence their cell phones and reserve excessive cheering and clapping during the ceremony to ensure all graduates are properly recognized. However, considering the virtual delivery of today's ceremony, I say do what you want with your cell phones and cheer as loud as you would like to. At this time, we'll officially begin the commencement ceremony to recognize the Midlothian High School class of 2020 graduates. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent for Chesterfield County Public Schools, Dr. Merv Doherty.
Your success is measured by the strength you desire, the size of your dreams, and how you will handle disappointment along the way. Quote from R. Kawasaki. Congratulations, Midlothian class of 2020. An exceptional class given circumstances we have all experienced of this time in history. We know this senior year hasn't gone as expected. This class is strong and spirited, and you will overcome this time in history, and it will make you stronger and more resilient as a person in the future. Each generation has a defining moment, and there will be other unique events in your life history. I know in my life's journey, I've experienced a national crisis and personal challenges, from gas shortages to 9/11 to the crisis of today, and even friends and family with difficult experiences. This is your moment of truth, a chance to make a change in the world. Look around. Life has changed drastically in a short period of time. Your ability to overcome these obstacles and prepare for the future has allowed you to be more flexible and durable. When you tell people in the future that you were part of the class of 2020, people may automatically think of this group of students associated with the coronavirus. However, I prefer to think different of this class, that you will be the one to move mountains and achieve greatness. Remember, you are not defined as a person by the situation or challenges in your path. You are defined on how you will react to these challenges, overcome these obstacles, stand tall, and lead this generation into greatness. You are already a class that can make a difference. Take this opportunity and what you have learned from this year, resilience, compassion, and determination, and go out into the future and make changes and differences to this world. I am confident that you have the abilities. I don't want you to stand around, think of the moment, run into the future, and make things happen. A quote from Thomas Edison, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time." End of quote. Go ahead, think outside the box. Take a shot at greatness. Enjoy the journey of life and the great things to do to leave a legacy. No matter what job you have, college you attend, community service you provide, do all things to the best of your ability. Don't sell yourself short. Expect greatness and receive greatness. Finally, remember, set high goals and standards for yourself and for those around you. Greatness is not measured by what you can accomplish, but by the challenges you overcome by reaching your goals. Now it is my pleasure to announce the names of two seniors from Midlothian High School who will receive the Superintendent Scholarship Award. First, Nicole Rice, who will be attending VCU in the fall, and Emmanuel Steele, who will be attending the College of William & Mary in the fall. Congratulations to both. I wish you the very best. In closing, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. And the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. Class of 2020 from Midlothian High School, again, congratulations. Be strong and courageous. Go out into this world and make a difference for everyone you meet. God bless.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the Midlothian District School Board member, the Honorable Catherine Haynes.
Staff, faculty, parents, and graduates, it is my honor to have the privilege of addressing the class of 2020. Life happens while you are making plans. That was my mother-in-law's favorite quote. I married young, and to be honest, I had no patience for that quote. I was in charge of my destiny. And yet, in the years that followed, life proved my mother-in-law to be right. When I became a midwife, although I loved the moment when a family welcomed new life, and also the rush of flying down the highway in an ambulance knowing that I would safely transfer the mom and her baby into a doctor's waiting care, the most fulfilling part of my job was preparing families for the interruptions, the unexpected, unplanned for events. From a pregnancy not to be to the moment when a mom faced an emergency cesarean, working with a family during that unplanned for event, helping them move from a place of disappointment, guilt, or shame to a place of self-love and acceptance, or helping them plant the seeds that would eventually grow that self-love and acceptance. And those moments, I found my midwife bliss. You, the grads of 2020, have an understanding of the fact that life happens in interruptions that far exceeds any understanding I had when I graduated. You have made it through so many unexpected moments, from hanging up a prom dress that would only be shown off on Instagram, to realizing the 5 on your AP test would be unattainable because your new quarantine job was to watch your 3 younger siblings, to the moment when you realized that the signing day for the promised job offer would not happen, the moment when you realized the college acceptance letter might mean a freshman year online. I prepared families for those unexpected moments through storytelling, a tradition that has existed for thousands of years in our culture. My favorite was to tell the story of Inanna, an ancient Sumerian queen who gave up her crown, her jewels, all her worldly possessions to travel into the underworld on a heroic quest. Inanna survived her journey to the underworld and returned with new wisdom, which is the gift of all heroic journeys. If we could sit down face to face, I would love to hear your COVID story. I would ask, what wisdom did you gain from quarantine? Hearing stories of brutal, heroic feats night after night around the campfire in our early histories must have been good preparations for the challenges of life. For those of you still struggling with the interruption that is COVID-19, be easy on yourself. Your generation was not prepared with the grueling stories of heroes, stories that I imagine made it easier to navigate the unexpected because it was, well, less unexpected. Know that all of you will emerge from this stronger than you have ever been. Believe that you are building a resilience that is unusual for your age. Because of your resilience, you have the ability to do great things. Good luck, my love to all of you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce your senior class president, Mr. Preston Willett.
Midlo seniors, It is my great pleasure to be with you all here virtually for one of the most important moments in our young lives. I understand these are unique circumstances, but I hope each of you is excited as I am about what is to unfold in the coming hours. To the parents, guardians, relatives, and friends who are watching today, my name is Preston Willett, Senior Class President. Usually memories of the past 4 years are reminisced over at Senior Day. However, under the circumstances, I will give it my best shot now to provide a brief class history. The day was September 6, 2016, the day we walked through the doors of Midlothian High School for our freshman year. Freshmen, fresh bait, fresh meat. We gradually learned what it meant to be a Trojan as we progressed through 9th grade and reached our sophomore year. Sophomore year, we were mostly just thankful that we weren't freshmen anymore. There were many highlights of this year, including, but of course not limited to, homecoming, a second place finish at the pep rally, which should have been first, thank you very much, judges, and the career day assembly. I have never seen Dr. Abel move so fast. Pretty soon we were juniors, ready to embark on the so-called hardest year of high school. Junior year welcomed prom, mid-glow, and our first pep rally win, finally. Before we knew it, it was September 4th, 2019, the first day of senior year. Senior year, we all had a challenging time tying those togas. Many of us had the stress of college applications, trying to figure out what we want to do with our futures, along with trying to balance friends, family, and school. But now, I can finally say it. We've made it. Soon, every single one of us will be an official high school graduate. And while we've seen each other through our time at Midlothian, we will all go our separate ways, whether it be into the workforce, to a college or university, to serve in the military, or maybe even to take a gap year. But here we are today, together as one, a perfect example of a community coming together in spirit, even though we must remain apart. I have a quote and a challenge to leave you with today. Dabo Swinney, head football coach at Clemson University, once said, "Let the light that shines in you be brighter than the light that shines on you." Our class is a diverse group of successful individuals. I have personally witnessed everyone letting their light shine through all the contributions to the community this class has made over the past 4 years. Fundraisers, community service events, or even just the opportunity to help clean up our school, we always came together to make a difference. This is why I have the utmost confidence that each and every one of us will reach our goals. Right now, I want you to think about where you want that next step to take you. Whether it's earning a college degree, excelling in a career to support yourself or your family, serving our country in the military, or learning more about yourself during a gap year. It could be anything. And then, when you all reach those goals, when you accomplish that next step in your life, when the light is beaming on you and radiating from you, remember and be thankful for everyone who helped to get you there. Friends, family, teachers. Every one of us will have our time to shine in the spotlight. But I challenge each of you to take Swinney's words to heart and remember that no matter how big and bright that spotlight is, the enduring optimism, caring, and strength of character embodied by every Midlothian High School graduate should outshine that spotlight every time. Dream big, Trojans. Dream big, class of 2020.
Thank you, Preston, and great job. This is the time we have all been patiently waiting for, or maybe some of you have recorded this ceremony and hit fast forward or skip to the issuing of diplomas portion, but you stopped a little too early and ended up on my part of the ceremony. I couldn't blame you if you did skip along, as we live in an era which we watch what we want when we want it. If you are still listening at my part of the ceremony, you'll be pleased to know I promise to keep things short. I simply want to reiterate what amazing class you have all been, and offer some timely and relevant advice. Class of 2020, not only will you be remembered for being the class of the quarantined or the senior skip day champions of all time, you will be remembered for so much more by the Midlothian High School faculty and me, your principal. I already shared several accomplishments and attributes that make your class special at our awards and scholarship ceremony earlier the previous week. However, I feel compelled to remind each of you of the following accomplishments and achievements by your class, the class of 2020. You might be the 96th graduating class to come out of Midlothian High School. However, you are the first graduating class of Midlothian High School to be known as a National Blue Ribbon School. That's right, Midlothian is the only public high school in the state of Virginia and one of only 16 public high schools in the country to be recognized with this honor this past school year. That's in large thanks to all of you. Among the 376 graduates of Midlothian High School, the class of 2020 has taken a combined total of 1,000 or more AP courses, nearly 300 IB courses, over 400 dual enrollment courses, and you have earned more than 2,000 industry credentials and certifications, which says you all are ready for whatever comes next. Based on the recently issued rankings from the U.S. World and News Report, Midlothian High School is ranked in the top 6% of all public high schools nationally. So what advice could I possibly have for such a talented and hardworking group of young adults? I want you to live for today. I want you to inspire others, become resilient, and dream big. That's it. If you keep it that simple and stay focused on those 4 things, everything else will come together over time, and you will have lived a life for which you can be proud. Why did I select these 4 ideals, or as I'll call them, Abel's principles? Look no further than the past 3 months, and you'll easily understand why it's important to live for today. Seriously, we never know what tomorrow will bring. Do what you can now. Don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate. Spend quality time with the people you care about and those who care about you. Take chances and never miss an opportunity to tell someone how you feel or that you actually love them. We never really know if we'll have that chance another day. Inspire others. Anything can become contagious, no pun intended, if you aim to inspire others. This includes being kind. Inspiring others can start by holding the door for someone or complimenting another or doing something really nice for a person. Simple positive acts can often inspire others and become contagious. I'm often inspired by people who never give up, who demonstrate that high level of determination and grit. People who are resilient, which takes me to my 3rd principle. My 3rd ideal or principle is to work hard toward becoming resilient. Unfortunately, not everyone in our world today is always kind. They do not aim to positively inspire others if I had challenged each of you to do so. They might even aim to hurt others, maybe not necessarily physically, but they might aim to hurt one another emotionally, sometimes through critical or even untruthful comments. I strongly encourage each and every one of you to find an effective way to be resilient. Try to rise above any negativity you might face. You can do this 2 ways. First, do what you believe is the right thing to do and stand firm on what your morals tell you. Then, find an outlet that brings you joy, whatever that may be. For some, an outlet may be exercising, taking long walks, reading, spending time with quality time with families and friends, or often doing things like yoga or other breathing techniques. Whatever your outlet is, just make sure it brings you peace and balance in your life. Following these 2 simple strategies will help you to become a more resilient person, and for that, you will be so much more empowered as you move forward. Last, I believe everyone should always aim high. Dream big. Don't sell yourself short. I believe in you. The people taking the time to watch this graduation ceremony virtually, they believe in you. Now we just need you to believe in yourself. Dream big. Remember what author Les Brown said. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss it, you will land among the stars. You're all stars to me, class of 2020. So now, move forward. Live for today, inspire others, be resilient, and dream big. The future is yours. So now, before we call the roll for the Midlothian High School graduates, it gives me great pleasure to announce the Midlothian High School Class of 2020 Valedictorian and Salutatorian. Please be certain to congratulate Mr. Benjamin David Roble, 2020 Class Salutatorian. Ben is the son of Mr. and Mrs. David Roble. Ben finished his high school career with a cumulative GPA of 5.0147. He plans to attend the University of Virginia, where he will double major in math and commerce with a finance focus. Also, please join me in congratulating Miss Riley Suzanne Gregory, our 2020 Midlothian High School Class Valedictorian. Riley is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Aaron Gregory. Riley finished her high school career with a cumulative GPA of 5.0313. Riley has received and accepted a full scholarship to attend Brigham Young University. Congratulations both to Ben and Riley. And now, I ask Dr. Bose to please call the roll for the Midlothian High School Class of 2020.
William Alexander Acker. Paige Conover Advocate Ross. Dylan Jacob Aird. Christian Jesus Alfiet. Jaden Andrew Alvarez. Annika Taylor Anderson. Sophia Warren Arabia. Cassidy Ann Arietta. Chloe Grace Arsack. Sarah Jean Aud. Tyneagle Danae Avens. Daniel Powell Baker. Laura Osama Balut. Hannah Aubrey Jennifer Barger. Eleanor Marie Barnum. Anna Marie Basir. Ty Reed Beatty. Hunter Christian Beck. Natalie Elizabeth Benke. Austin Wheeler Berg. Samari Peter Ann Betton. Vincent Biamonte. Zachary Kirkpatrick Biller. Sarah Bethany Bingham. Jason Michael Black. Anna Laurel Blair. Bennett Nash Blair. Connor Logan Bloom. Emmy Victoria Blummer. John David Bolstad. Jordan Ann Bonner. Chloe Elizabeth Brennan. Benjamin Austin Brooks. Brandon Tyler Brown. Hannah Delaney Brown. Jason Maurice Birch Jr. Noah Wade Birch. John Crawford Burdett. Joshua R. Burks. Kyle Addison Burton. Angel Renee Campbell. Jacob Alexander Cantor. Elizabeth Ann Cantrell. Nora Catherine Carlucci. Sydney Lee Carpenter. Christopher Andre Carrillo. Bailey Tyler Carter. Connor Ashton Chamberlain. Bradley Christian Chambers Jr. Christian Anton Chambers. Victoria Mason Chandler. Derek David Christmas. Andrew Alexander Chukin. Joseph Charles Chung. Olivia Carrington Clark. Morgan Ellen Cobbs. Lauren Noel Council. Alessandra B. Cowarden. Adrian Franco Cox. Sheldon John Craw. McKaylee Jerusha Crisp. Ryan Anthony DeGrava. Nicholas Anthony Daggeson. Rachel Adeline D'Amico. Conan Clark Dara. Dylan Jacob Davenport. Amina Simone Dawson. Brianna Alexandra Denton. Adam Leighton Dillingham. Noble David Dodge. Dominique Sierra Douglas. Sarah Madison Dubier. Andrew Ethan Duran. Victory Orabosa Edabwin. Olivia Scott Eggleston. Jessica Rose Elmore. Haley Joy Epps. Cade Thomas Evans, Andrew Joseph Hudson Evans, Jesse Lynn Falls, McKenna Lynn Fecht, Charles Michael Fimgeld Jr., Jaden Louise Foote, Jermail Thomas Foster Jr., David Vincent Fox, Dylan Todd Fox, Patrick Connor Francis, Angela Camille Funderburk, Ryan Patrick Funderburk, Hannah Marie Furlow, Caitlin Ray Gath, Courtney Bailey Gallagher, James Grant Gardner, Kyle Stephen Gaunt, Justin Akira Geisler, Peyton Kaderi Geisler, Leo John Gentile, Alexi Brendan Gentz, Paul Douglas Golson, Angela Sarah Gigi, Crossley Adair Gilliam, Whitley April Glidewell, Jack Charles Goddard, Aiden Gray Gonzalez, Brianna Marie Gonzalez, Rebecca Jane Gonzalez, Novella Gottipati, Noor Gulmamin, Abigail Jean Graves, Leilani Myrie Gray, Riley Susan Gregory, Thomas Allen Gregory, Cassidy Ann Groom, Victoria Lynn Groom, Kara Elizabeth Hahn, Sarah Lane Hardiman, Zachary Graham Harriman, Garrett Alexander Harris, Sierra Eve Harrison, Ryan Morgan Harris, John Wesley Hart, Alyssa Jordan Hayes, Michael Henry Hettinger, David Dietrich Heinen, Xander Braden Hesch, Mary Courtney Hettinger, Cameron Roy Emerson Hogue, Margaret Elizabeth Hopper, Elizabeth Claire Horansky, Jefferson Wood Huddle, Joshua Garrick Huft, Riley Gardner Hunt, Chavarius Keontae Hunter, Tyler Lamar Hilton, Olivia Marie Ibanez, Evalie Kelly Ingram, Grace Anna Jackson, Ashley Michelle Jacobson, Logan William Jenkins, Amanda Steele Jennings, Logan Michael Jennings, Hannah Margaret Jens, Alexandra Sophia Johnson, Katie Elizabeth Johnson, Samantha Lee Johnson, Shamira Rosiner Johnson, Thomas Christopher Johnson, Christian Joseph Jones, Graham Hardman Jones, Jada Burnett Jones, Jaron Malik Jones, Molly Catherine Jones, Isaiah Kyrie Joyner, Aaron Elaine Junkman, Yosra Hamad Khalifa, Benson Lars Kaminsky, Yunben Kang, Fariza Kareem, Badir Kassah, Kishan Amari Key, Sasha Azir Khan, Sydney Michelle Killian, Faith Chi Kim, Linda Elizabeth Kipps, Katrina Teresa Kirby, Courtney Madison Click, Chloe Alyssa Kokensbarger, Alexandra Danae Contos, Justin Thomas Capecco, Zoe Georgia Capitas, Lucy Claire Koski, Thaddeus James Kazusko, Katie Ann Krasner, Michael Charles Kulkavage, Stephanie Morgan Kulik, Alexander Scott Kite, Alexis Riley Labatt, Timothy Lamb, Daniel Alfredo Larios, Trevor Clark Larson, Brandon Harrison Lash, Caroline Elizabeth Leach, Cameron Renee Lee, Tegan Banks Lee, Amanda Sarah Legier, Kendall Lee Lewis, Vic Lynn, Sheldon William Liu, Madeline Victoria Lloyd, Cameron Nicole Long, Zoe Alexis Long, Audrey Elizabeth Longstaff, Elias Lopez, Tristan Blake Loving, Austin Thomas Lebnewski, Jacob Brian Lucero, Annalise Talia Lumpkin, Abby Young Lynch, Ashley Ann Lynch, Stephen Alexander Mabry, Jakaya Denise Madison, Joseph William McGuire, Akila Lakshmi Durga Mandalika, Ashley Rose Manheim, Alyssa Lee Marchese, Jacob Michael Marshall, Davis Park Martin, Danae Kiara Massenberg, Jacob Alexander Matthews, Ryan Christopher McCullum, Benjamin Todd McCormack, Ellery Kate McElhenney, Devin Ann McGill, Tamsin McKee, Juan Francisco Melcher Dudo, Thomas Silvano Mendoza, Allison Catherine Morato, Emily Catherine Mary, Jeremiah George Malaki, Paul Gibbons Miller IV, Lauren Sonia Misson, Caitlin Krista Mitchell, Ryan Francis Atesh Monahan, Zachary Jason Moreau, Emily Elizabeth Morrison, Rosalind Claire Mosier, Emily Claire Muncie, Alexandra Murius Roman, Ryan Lee Murphy, Morgan Clary Myrick, Sophia Catherine Nader, Hunter Preston Neff, Alexander Nicholas Neophytesis, Con Nu Lee Wynn, Logan Xavier Noble Marks, Braden Michael Nostiding, Rebecca Remy Olds, James Curtis Oliver, Jordan John Oliver, Michael Matthew James Olivero, Mitchell Allen Olson, Marcus Anthony Amdahl, Anushka Shardul Pandya, Cameron Hart Parker, Colin Morgan Parker, Carson Allen Parrish, Molly Nicole Parrish, Jonathan Andrew Parsons, Chase Allen Payne, Brandon Zachary Pearson, Leo Allen Pecci, William Spencer Perkins, Josie Rain Perry, Carter Bradley Peterson, Juliana Miriam Peterson, John Ashton Phillip, Quentin Davis Phillips, Andrew James William Pilcher, Anne Frances Pitts, Brandon Michael Plasha, Colton Charles Pope, Davis Osborne Potter, Elizabeth Ann Potts, Caroline Elizabeth Powell, Francis Gary Powers III, Christian Alessandro Quagliano, Ada Romanovich, Kayla Danielle Rainey, Avni Salil Rajay, Tristan Isaac Ramirez, Cameron Ahmed Rashid, Lauren Olivia Reinfeld, Emma Nicole Rice, Jack Michael Ring, Brian Scott Risk Jr., Maria Jose Rivera Jordan, Gabriella Marie Rizzo, Saquon Ali Robinson Jr., Madeline Ileana Rochelle, Christopher Ray Rodriguez, Kaylee Marie Rodriguez, Ryan Kenley Rokenbrode, Madison Jane Rosado, Braden Andrew Easton Rose, Thomas Schaefer Rose, Landon Ray Ross, Nathan Owen Royster, Zachary Christopher Ruiz, Trevor Edward Roos, Camden Grace Russell, Miriam Ramsey Salem, Ethan Robert Salisbury, Caitlin Elizabeth Sawyer, Annabelle Grace Shepker, Mally Dean Schneider, John Robert Schunder III, Ian Robert Schweitzer, Mason Stephen Schweitzer, Benjamin Thomas Scott, Caroline Cannon Seeley, Kelsey Helen Seiler, Zena Waji Shalati, Kimberly Sue Shamblin, Madeline Brooke Sheldon, Cassidy Victoria Shelton, Mackenzie Renee Monty Sherrod, Caitlin Rose Siegel, Lauren Faith Silver, Wesley Everett Singer, Ethan James Smith, Kiara Sky Smith, Samuel Williams Smith Jr., Troy Nicholas Smith, Natalie Mariana Solaris Sarcino, Ryan Donald South, Faith Ann Southworth, Sydney Bryn Sowers, Frankie Olivia Sperry, Casey Robert Steed, Ava Leona Stewart, Luke Christopher Stockdale, Nicole Susan Sudruth, Ava Lauren Tabler, Caden Edward Tanner, Kawajo Cody Tanner, Dale Austin Tatum, Kaja Iman Taylor, Christelle Sina Effie Teta, Lena Lucille Thomas, Marthley Ainsley Thomas, Samantha Nicole Thompson, Madeline Jo Thompson, Matthew Thomas Tishner, Trinity Sierra Tobias, Alyssa Marie Torres, Laura Ashley Torres, Amy Catherine Truong, James Andrew Tucker, Kaylee Marie Tulas, Bradley Russell Tyree, Casey Elizabeth Umbaugh, Giovanna Marie Josephine Valerio, Colby Peter Vallant, Summer Marie Vanastrand, James Talon Vaughn, Caroline Rose Vieira, Dylan Thomas Coltrider Vincent, Allison Riley Vonderhaar, Grant Alden Wojciechowski, Brooke Elizabeth Ward, Kelsey Marie Ward, Oswald Nazar Wastani, Samuel Harrison Webb, Nicole Ann Weddington, Karsten Eli Weeks, George Lewis Welch III, Tyler Davis White, Aidan Alexander Wild, Eric Leonard Wilkins Jr., Preston Jamison Willett, Austin Formanas Williams, John David Williams, Luke Michael Williamson, Nolan Brian Williamson, Mackenzie Ann Woody, Alexis Christine Wright, Benjamin David Roble, Nadia Rose Yendrick, Ilsa Talia Hakeem Yon, Hope Nicole York, Rebecca Aurora Young, Jihad Ilsa Yusuf Korwise, Andrew Lingfeng Joe, Leo Joe, Addison Danielle Shaber.
Dr. Doherty, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia and the School Board of Chesterfield County, I hereby certify that all those members of the Midlothian High School class of 2020 have fulfilled each requirement for graduation and therefore are awarded a Midlothian High School diploma or certificate with all rights and privileges thereunto belonging. Students, you may now move your tassels from the right of your cap to the left, signifying you are an official Midlothian High School graduate. Congratulations, Midlothian High School Class of 2020 graduates. I now declare the commencement exercises for Midlothian High School to be adjourned. Good luck and Godspeed, Class of 2020.